morning, ladies and gents. It is the People's Champion. I'm back here today because I'm actually doing, for once, not a build video. I was actually asked a few days ago, which weapon do I think should be leveled first? And I actually told the person that it genuinely depends on what you're trying to achieve and what weapon suits you best. But what they wanted was not that sort of answer, but rather they wanted to know what pathway I would follow in terms of reforging. I hate to tell you, but I didn't follow any pathway. I literally followed what my heart desired, but I'll show you guys anyway, and we can discuss the legitimacy of this. Anyway, when it comes to reforging, you've got this little section here that shows you that as you reforge stuff, you know, you can basically get bonuses like Aether Strikers. They give you attack speed, movement speed for the repeaters, Pike Empowerment gives you wound, Chain Blade gives you stamina cost reduction, Hammer gives you stagger damage, Axe gives you power, and the Sword gives you weapon charge rate. Okay, let's talk about like let's talk about what actually you should do. Okay, I'll talk about what I should do, but as you can see from my shitty tree, none of that was ever followed. But I will try. I'm laughing while doing this because holy shit. I mean, like, the legitimate answer is just do whatever the fuck you like first, because honestly that's gonna help you the most. But okay, let's talk about it. I promise to do this seriously. Let's talk about it. Okay, so me personally, there are three things that I would say would be the most important out of all the possible weapons: power, attack speed, movement speed. Why these three? Okay, power empowers all fucking weapons. Okay, let's talk about what your power is when it's 11. At level 11, I've got a 4% power boost, so I'm sitting at like okay, 120 from my weapon. Okay, 120 from my weapon. 240 from my skill level, right? That puts me at, now this is 120 with a Aether Surge weapon, and 240 from my skill level. That puts me at 360. Sorry about the sniffles. There's construction going on and my allergies have kicked in. So you're sitting at 360 power, right? And a 10% bonus, just saying, a 10% bonus would be 360, 36. So half of that, which is 5%, would be a total of 15 plus 3, 18. 18 power at 5%. So at this skill level, with that weapon, you're getting an extra 18 power on top of it by mastering the axe. That's almost a full level. Do you get where I'm coming from? This increases as you go up to skill level of 20. Makes sense, right? So you're basically going to get an extra level of power as if you have one more level on your weapon or whatever by maxing out that 5%. Does that make sense? That is why I say power is one of the most important things. Okay? Attack speed. Attack speed is also one of the most important things. If you remember from the calculation formulas, attack speed goes right at the end because attack speed multiplies everything. Even if it's just a 5% increase, that's a 5% increase of all your DPS. Your raw damage, your whatever, it's a 5% increase. That's huge. Please keep in mind that Wild Frenzy plus 3 is 12.5% increase. You're getting a 5% free on top of this. That would take you 5% plus the 12.5%. Let's say you have plus 3 Wild Frenzy. That's total of 17.5%. That's almost close to having a +6 while frenzy. It's useful, right? Same if you would use Evasive Fury or Shrike's Lantern. If you would use the Shrike's Lantern, you'd have 15%. Add the 5% on, you're now at 20%. This little increase is a tremendous boost to take you to literally the next tier. So attack speed, very important. Now you might say, wait, now hold up. Wouldn't stagger be more important than movement speed? Okay. I prioritize movement speed because when you max this out, now I like the repeater, so I max this out. 1.5 multiplied by 5 gives you a 7.5% increase in movement speed. Okay, you're 7.5% faster. This can mean the difference between taking 1 step or 2 steps before dodging, which can mean the difference between you being out of a behemoth's attack range or still within it after a dodge. Let's just say that it makes your dodge timings a lot fucking easier. No lie. That's where I get a majority of my help from this. You do your 1.5% movement speed and you're good. It really helps. No lie. That's something that I think a lot of people don't think about. Genuinely not. Okay? Movement speed can be a huge assistance. It also helps with your positioning tremendously. Being able to just move that 7.5% faster, almost 10% faster, means the difference between being able to catch the behemoth's head constantly or being slightly out of position every time it moves, shifts around, things like that. Okay? Getting to things faster, positioning yourself faster is tremendously helpful in a monster hunting game where your position matters. So that, to me, would be something important. Okay, as for the rest, we're talking about weapon charge rate. Okay, we're talking about weapon charge rate, stagger, stamina cost reduction, and wound. The two technically, okay, I have to be honest, the two technically most useless ones are weapon charge rate and wound. Why wound? Because wound usually only applies to the Warpike unless you've decided to go acidic on some of the other stuff, and not a lot of people do that. Okay, not to say that wound repeater builds aren't viable. They're a bit weird, but they have their place. So technically, the most useless would be weapon charge rate because it applies on sword, chain blades. Is there anything else that even applies on? The axe, I guess. But the thing is, you'd be finishing the axe as one of your first ones rather than finishing this. So this is why I say it's really up to you what you want to do. You ask for an ideal pathway. This wouldn't fit in. But some of y'all might like charging your weapon fast. And charging it 10% faster on the axe is helpful. That's literally... half of energize plus 3, is it? Can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember exactly because I know energize plus 3 is 20%, so that's half of a plus 3 energize extra right there. So it can still be useful. Like with this, okay, if you max out the sword, right, and you have a plus 6 energize, you have a plus 50% weapon charge rate in total. Which again is fucking helpful. It is super fucking helpful if that is your goal. If your goal is to empower your weapon as fast as possible and spam it and spam whatever you've charged, then this is helpful, you know? But basically, I would say that out of the main 3, which is power, attack speed, movement speed, the rest you can do in any order. I personally, if you ask me personally what I would do, okay, assuming that I liked all weapons evenly and I didn't like, you know, favor one over the other, okay? Assuming I liked everything evenly, I would actually go for stagger damage first. 3% per level plus 15% at the end. That is literally, okay, literally a plus 3 knockout king that you've got free in your pocket. Okay, add another Knockout King 3 and you've got a 30% stagger damage increase. That's huge. Staggering a behemoth fast means you're triggering your overpower. You're keeping it overpowered for longer. It's huge. It's huge. Okay, so I would go for stagger first. After that, I would probably go for stamina. Why? Because chain blades are a really easy weapon to do. They are very fast to level. And a 10% stamina cost reduction for your running, for your dodging, that's fucking helpful. I enjoy this bonus a lot. Okay. After that, I would probably choose wound, because wound is great on the Warpike, and honestly, you can see how many times I've reforged my Warpike. And last would be my weapon charge rate, but only because honestly, you don't really need it. You've been fighting all this time without weapon charge rate, so to me, technically, it would be the last that you would do. It's just a additional nice to have benefit. But then between wound and weapon charge rate, which aren't used on a lot of weapons, it's really up to you which one you want to do first. Okay, because in terms of priority, I would go either power or attack speed, or well, strikers is usually the easiest, honestly, because they're fairly fast on their own. Then axe, which is a slower weapon, would benefit from the 5% attack speed. Then you get 5% extra power. Then you could run your repeaters, which would benefit from both, and max it out for the movement speed. Then after that, stagger damage, stamina reduction, and then wound or weapon charge rate, in whichever order you like. So in terms of the weapon names, strikers, axe, repeaters, then hammer, chain blades, either sword or pike. That's the order I would go in. But before all that, please make sure you max this out. Weapon skill XP, a 15% increase by slaying your behemoths. Please, 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 dear God, have this maxed out ASAP. Okay. As soon as you can, your priority is to max out behemoth expertise. Why? The faster you do this, the faster your reforges, and then the less time you're going to spend clanging away on the behemoths. It is a huge, huge assistance. So please make sure you do that, okay? Holy shit, I can't believe I talked about this for 12 minutes. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video of me letting you know which pathway you should take. It is a source of great debate, and people are always asking me questions on it, so I figured I should at least try and give a solid video, like a concrete answer, so that people know at least what I'm thinking in my mind when I go through all this, okay? So I hope this information helps. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, if you want to support your people's champion, you want to drop a little extra on me, feed me for a day, stuff like that, you can actually drop a tip via the link in the description of the video. Thank you so much. This is the people's champion. I'm going to go do some stupid shit right now. Catch you later.